and I didn't realize this until like the last 30 minutes. We'd literally been streaming for like 2 hours, right? The entire time
Right,
I had
now I hear the
Pardio.
audio.
I had Pardio audio muted. So and at one point we had like 15 people watching, and it all they heard was me talking to myself because they didn't hear Josh or Michael.
Yep. Yeah, that happens a lot in streaming.
I did that the other day where me and Damien did our podcast about mythology, and I only had his on. So, like, I wasn't even heard, and it wasn't towards the very end when Noah jumped on and was like, hey, I can't hear Rena, by the way.
Nice.
So it's just Damien talking with himself.
The solo podcast.
Yep.
One person talking to himself, and you don't hear the other half of the conversation.
It's not a solo podcast. It's called the Insanity Podcast. Because you never know if they're insane or not.
The Odyssey.
And the shark fact, for those who missed it, some species have been hunted like 90% of their population, I believe was it. And then we had a long conversation about sharks.
Sucks. Humans suck. Sharks rule.
And we also talked about the possibility of a Sharknado actually happening.
Which we're not going to go into again. Okay.
Yeah.
So just to clarify, we're going into a long rest here. The watch order is Aqua, Unda, Moribus, Dismas. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna kick Will every once in a while during my shift.
Okay.
Just enough to wake him up and be annoying.
In that case, Will, could you make a con save?
Wait till he's fully, like, just about to start to get into deep sleep, and then kick him.
Yeah,
restart.
You're basically just awake for that entire shift.
Alright.
Do I need to roll perception or anything?
No, you do not.
Okay.
Who has second shift?
Unda.
Alrighty. Could I get you to roll perception, please? Alrighty. So you're, looking out. Like, just to clarify, the boat is kind of like halfway pulled up onto the beach. And so you guys are also on a fairly rocky beach that leads up to a like hilly forested area. I don't really know how else to describe it. Like there's hills and trees. So as you're looking out both to the water and to the land, you hear some noise coming from the like lower section of the ship.
Is this is during Unda's shift?
This is during Unda's shift, yes.
What kind of noise we talking about? Like loud snoring or like?
It's more like almost the like pseudo like rustling noise.
What? So like grunting and like.
No grunting, no grunting. Like rustling and maybe a little bit of like almost like crackling.
Okay, I guess she's gonna get up and go and look.
Yes.
Oh.
It's the egg.
Continue.
I mean, do you want me to kick you awake first, Will? Is that what you're...
you want to be awake every shift?
No.
So, yeah, you didn't pick a shift, so you have every shift. So, You eventually do trace the noise to the egg, where you're starting to you see some. It's kind of fallen over, and there are cracks starting to form.
Right. The egg. Because I remember I was there at the very end of that session when we started running around with an egg. What color's the egg again? Can you give me a
Doesn't
refresher
matter.
on the egg?
Yeah, I just decided to say that the egg color does not necessarily correlate to the color
Okay.
of the dragon.
AKA, he wants to retcon without retconning.
Yeah.
And this was the egg we think is that we know is a dragon. And that they got from the thingies that they killed. Yes, I have hiccups right now. And I'm hearing cracking. Oh gosh. Who's the closest to me, or where they're sleeping, or wherever?
Hold on.
I might be closest on the other side of a wall.
Dismas.
The closest to walking distance.
The closest.
Like,
the
are we
closest
all
would be
sleep?
Will.
Well, I had a feeling.
Of course.
All right. Well, I guess, and I've seen this, so I guess I'm gonna quickly pick up. Is there like rock or something near, but like a small something I can throw?
I mean, on the ship, probably not necessarily, but like, there's plenty of rocks off of the boat. Like, you just
a nail, just piece of wood, anything small.
Chucks a plank at Will's head.
Pulls up the floorboards.
Yep.
Throws the egg.
Yeah, roll a quick perception check for that. Yeah, there you could see like a nail that's like made itself loose on the flooring.
All right. Well, I'm gonna pick up the nail and kind of like toss it at Will. Still like, looking over at him quickly to throw it, but then turning my eyes back to it and just like, oh my gosh, it's hatching, Will. I'm trying to still be quiet because I don't want to wake the entire ship.
Alrighty. So Will, you wake up to something like thwacking you in like the arm. You take 1 damage.
I would like to remind the DM that damage is a little different than just getting hurt.
I'm sorry, I should have said non-lethal.
Okay. I just wanted to specify, with a normal human having a health of like 3.
I understand that. I'm giving him a point of damage, okay? That was taken into consideration, and I decided that I'd given it enough consideration.
I just imagine a bunch of construction workers, one like tosses a nail to the other, he catches it, and then falls over dead. More accidents on the job.
Okay. You know what? I don't need to justify my decisions.
Oh no, I'm just joking. Don't take this seriously.
But like, you just casually toss a nail at a sleeping person, like. I mean, there's a difference between when you're awake and when you sleep. When the term comes to catching sharp, pointy things.
I mean, the real question is it rusty or not?
Oh yeah, so you gain the tetanus condition.
You're going to die in like a month or 2 from it.
But you got time for now.
I'll become best friends with Morbus then.
Okay, so anyways, roll me another con save, please. Okay, so it's your choice on whether you can wake up if you would like to.
Can I just
it's your choice.
Scratch my arm and go back to sleep?
Okay.
She's gonna take off her shoe and throw it at him.
Alrighty. Will, I'm gonna need you to make another con save. Again, your call.
Stay asleep.
Alrighty.
The other shoe?
Alrighty, another con save, please. Yeah,
I'm
still
gonna
your
run
call.
out of clothes.
Stop filming.
Okay, who else is around?
Then the next closest person is Morbus.
For the sake of not of giving them justice, I'm not gonna like act like they just met again for the first time. I'll probably roleplay that out with Damien some other time. But I guess she then is gonna hurry over to Morbus without like taking her eyes off the egg and kind of like, I don't know, like poke him a bit with her like foot. Or nah, she's nicer than that. Morbus, she's just gonna like bend down and kind of shake him a bit, like Morbus.
Do I need to roll a con save or?
Yeah. Your call.
What does a high roll mean?
Well, the way I look at it is that, I don't want to punish people with a high constitution, so if you roll high, it's your choice on whether you want to wake up or stay asleep.
Well, now I don't have it. I'll just stick with Noah's rules because then it's easier. So I guess I'm sleeping like a rock.
Gosh darn it. Okay.
Dismas is also close by. Aqua is not inside the boat, however.
Like close enough that she can like put both hands on them and try to shake them.
Not that close.
Okay, how about a hand on Morbus and a foot on Will? Like a kick.
Yeah, no, they're not that close. As I said, Dismas is also down there pretty close by. Aqua is not on the boat.
Okay, fine. Then
you could do
she is on the boat, but like off the back of the boat.
Yeah.
You could do the mean sibling thing and jump on them to wake them up.
I like slam dunks on Dismas. Like I've got to wake this one up. She
jump on them.
She goes to like shake Morbus awake, but then again, but like kind of sees how peaceful he's sleeping. And it's like, okay, fine, I'll leave him. So she goes. She looks at Will and then Dismas, and goes back over to goes over to Dismas and tries to like shake him awake.
All right, Dismas, con save, please.
She's gonna regret this later.
All right, your call.
He's gonna stay asleep.
Oh my god! All right, fine.
Our cons are too high.
I'm gonna make sure the dragon imprints on me then. Only me.
I'm sorry.
I guess with Aqua nowhere nearby, she's gonna kind of like just go back over to the egg and like.
It's a small ship. Nowhere nearby is not the right term.
And is this like the egg is like under? Like, am I underneath the deck right now?
Yeah. So there's kind of like an upper deck and like a lower deck. So right now you're on the lower deck.
Okay.
And that's where everyone's sleeping.
And that's where the egg is.
That's where the egg is. Yep.
Okay.
Excellent.
Can it easily be and when I was doing watch, was I up on the upper deck? Is that like where I'm supposed to be when I'm on watch? Darn.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to take the egg up to the upper deck with me so I can babysit the egg and still be on watch.
Okay. Would you mind rolling a athletics check for me, please?
Oh no! No, you're asking for me to crit fail.
I need you to make that roll though.
Does she have?
Okay.
Okay, doesn't matter.
Alrighty, yeah. So you're okay. So you don't have too much difficulty bringing it up to the top deck. And by the time you've done that, after going through and trying to wake up everyone. The cracks have developed pretty significantly. And so instead of this, like the cracks just starting out, they now run like the entire length of the egg. And they're starting to get pretty deep.
Can I roll a Constitution save to see if I hear her heavy lifting or all the cracks?
Sure, but at disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you're asleep.
I don't know what to do. Gosh, is there like some meat nearby or anything like that?
Yeah, actually. Moribus went and found some deer. So there should be some venison.
There's also fish from
Yeah, there should be fish as well, yeah.
Alright, well I'm gonna grab some like venison and fish, just have like a little on a plate or leaf or whatever nearby, ready to feed the baby dragon.
Ends up being vegan dragon.
The what?
You're only bringing it meat. I'm saying, what if it turns out it's a vegan dragon?
Well, there's plenty of water. They can eat the leaf that I'm using as a plate. I don't know.
Like, you sound like every barbecue place ever. It's like, oh, you're vegan, and
here you can have leaf.
Yeah.
Well, do we have any apples around or something like that? I feel like we wouldn't.
No, you do not have any like fruits or vegetables or anything that on the ship.
Well, it'll starve then.
No, it'll just get scurvy.
You do have bread.
Nah. Just the fish and the venison.
Okay.
And gonna wait.
Alrighty. So a few more minutes pass, and the cracks are developing more, and you can feel. I don't know if you're still holding the egg, but even then you can you can see like almost like moving inside of the egg. And so after about maybe like 15 more minutes of this, the first part of the egg cracks open, and there's just like a leg stuck out, just like hanging out.
I'm like badly gonna want to help it, but like also know that like it's kind of like nature's gotta like crack itself out on its own. So.
And so after like a couple more minutes of struggling, and like it's just like first it's just like kind of like the leg like flailing around, and then eventually like it like is able to break through with another leg, and then it's two legs flailing around for a little bit, and then its tail pops out, and then with the tail and then one of the back legs, it's able to kind of like smash away at the shell a bit, and make a large enough hole to the point where it kind of like backs out of the egg.
I'm just gonna give like a loud, or maybe not loud, but like a and have like the meat ready to go. Like.
So I guess yeah. Everyone on the boat roll a con save, please.
Everybody's gonna wake up and be like, she's squealing again.
Alrighty.
Did a handsome sailor walk by or something? Like.
Okay, so Aqua's asleep, Will's asleep, Dismas and Moribus, I'll say your call on that.
But
I'll wake up.
With such a low constitution, we're still asleep.
Well, the
I'm the
logic
only-
I
Sorry.
take is, if you fail, then you stay asleep, and that if you succeed, then it's your choice on whether you want to wake up or not. Because, at least in my mind, logically, what you would want the default is being asleep because that's what you already are. If that makes any sense. I know it doesn't make a lot of sense intellectually, but it's the whole point of it is so that way, if you have a higher constitution score, it's better. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Like, mentally, it doesn't make any sense, but
If you're confused as to why it was different before, it was reversed before for you, that was because you were trying to go to sleep. And you're trying to be woken up.
Or you think of my campaign where I just do things weird. I mean, in a realistic, it makes sense, but still weird and kind of downside for those with good constitution kind of way.
I do it in a mechanic-driven way. Noah does it in a realism-driven way. So we have like totally opposite approaches to it.
All right.
So yeah, so what we're really doing is we're collaborating to make things as annoying as possible.
Not necessarily annoying, just confusing. The most annoying of all types.
Yeah. Alrighty. But so Dismas.
Dismas will wake up. Sorry,
Okay.
I said that, but I forgot I was muted.
Alrighty. And Morbus?
Yeah, I'll wake up.
Alrighty, so you both wake up to a squealing Unda.
Go upstairs.
Is the dragon making any noises yet?
Um,
Does it say, Mama! Mama!
Does it take its first steps?
It takes very it seems like very unsure of itself.
It's already applying for college.
No, I need to make a quick portrait.
And so at Dismas and Morbus, as you come up, you see Unda with a large display of various meats.
Encircling it.
Surrounding the
Dismas
egg and a
is
little
going
baby
to
dragon.
come up with his sword drawn because he only hears like the squeals, so he's just assuming something's wrong.
And so the dragon's gonna like kind of turns and looks towards Unda and just tilts its head.
She tilts her head back. She's just like, "Hi, little buddy," and kind of like scoots the food closer. Are you hungry?
Right. And so it kind of starts to like it I guess it's like a four-legged waddle over like so you push the food forwards in front of you, right?
Yeah.
So it kind of waddles up to the food and kind of like sniffs it and then looks up at you and looks down at like it's just
Can it hasn't opened its mouth at all, has it?
no, it has not.
Oh, so I can't tell if it even has its teeth in yet. I'm not gonna baby bird it. She's gonna kind of like reach out slowly to pet.
Dismas would like. I want to see what color it is. Can I roll for that?
Yeah, roll at disadvantage. Alrighty. It's hard to tell because it's nighttime, and there's not a ton of light available. And just to clarify and remind everyone, dark vision is black and whites and grays, so dark vision does not help when determining color of things in dark.
You see, he's a shade of grayish black.
He's the gray that you associate with this color, making it completely pointless that it says it doesn't show color.
So I'm gonna kind of like look back at it, and then back at the others, like it's. And like slowly try and pet it.
As you reach your hand out to pet it, it first kind of like leans back a little bit, but and so like you kind of pet it as it's kind of like doing the whole like, is this okay? Like when like
Yeah.
whenever animals are like, is this a good thing? Should I
Yeah.
let you do this?
I guess she's gonna like try and continue to pet.
Yeah. So as you do it a couple of times, it kind of like slowly like relaxes.
Like give a look back at the others and they look back and forth like, oh, I'm petting.
D-Smith will slowly approach it, still trying to figure out what color it is.
Your weapon away. You're gonna scare it.
Oh yeah. He'll put his weapon back in the sheath.
More, are you saying that?
Morbus nods.
I think it likes me.
And so as you're petting the dragon, it's going like after a few more pets, it kind of like it like rolls over, and so it's now on its back.
I'm going in for the tummy rub.
All right, and so
Let's
when you
see
do
if
that,
this
it just
dragon
like
is a cat.
it immediately grabs on with all four of its legs. Just latches on.
Oh, it's a cat. Got it.
It's just like Coiny.
And so it's now just like attached itself to kind of like your. I'd say it's probably about the length of your lower arm.
Okay. She's kind of
I thought
like what?
It was like the size of a small horse.
What?
I thought the dragon was like the size of a small to medium horse for a bit, so I was like, oh.
No, tiny. She's gonna kind of like try and lift it up with her arm and kind of like pull it closer onto her lap.
Okay, yeah. So it kind of like one of its legs kind of slips, but the rest managed to like hold it on, and you don't have too much trouble doing that. And so like once you like put it down on your lap, it kind of like it lets go and then kind of looks up at you and tilts its head again.
Oh, great Poseidon! It's so. Oh my gosh, didn't you name him before? Oh my god. Ah! What do we name him? What do we call him? Oh. You're muted if you're talking.
I literally just realized that, and I like. I was so proud of my line. I can't repeat it.
Oh no.
I'll just say so. D-Smith will be like, how about William?
They have a will. She kind of like looks at him, very confused, doing like the same head tilt as the dragon now. Like, we already have a will. Morbus. You're good at naming plants and stuff.
Until we know its color, we could just call it Roy or G or Biv.
I don't name the plants. These are names given to plants by.
I thought you named some of them.
No.
Okay, well, what do you think we should call him?
I think he just sits down on the crate and shrugs.
We'll call him kind of like glances around. I need a word for water. We'll name him Percy.
Good.
I've been reading the book. Sorry, guys.
You can tell the people who have read the books are in this group.
I got it. I haven't read the books though.
You should read the books. They're good.
I'm aware I should.
And then she's gonna kind of like go back to petting it and like, kind of like gives a chance for the other two to pet the dragon as well.
Orbis does not pet the dragon.
Dismas is just gonna like go crazy and be like, "Uzagama."
So Unda treats it like a cat, and Dismas treats it like a dog.
Yes.
When Dismas does that, the dragon seems a little. I guess now Percy's a little like.
Scared or like I don't want any of that.
No, it just seems like
horrifying.
overwhelmed. Put it that way.
Oh, she's like, shh, calm down. He just hatched. Calmer, okay? Like this. Good boy, Percy.
Dismas is gonna try to imitate that, but still with like the over exaggerated voice. And he's just gonna be like, I don't know, all up in its face.
Yeah, and it's like so it's gonna so okay, so it's going to so Linda, this is when you're gonna find out that it has claws. As it uses them to kind of like try to like it's gonna try to climb like onto your back. It's not totally successful at doing that. It kind of gets like stuck halfway, and then just kind of like it's like it can't go up anymore. It just doesn't have the like motor skills, and so it's just kind of like stuck like on your side.
It's kind of like, ow, 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 okay, easy. And she's trying to just one pushing Dismas's face away and kind of like trying to pull him down a bit. Like, it's okay. And like giving him a comforting pet. Like, ignore the big scary crazy man. It's okay.
Yeah, so it'll calm down in your lap a little bit. But it's still kind of like looking at Dismas.
I'll just give it like the face when you like stick your tongue out and put your hands up by your head and like your thumbs to your temples and your like fingers are like wagging. You know,
I've never heard someone describe it in that much detail. But yeah.
because I can't show you what I'm doing, so I had to make the mental image for you guys.
Quick, turn on camera.
Quick, just grab a dog and turn your camera on, or just pull out your phone, record the whole thing. Doesn't matter.
So you're, by the way, just to clarify here, we're about halfway through your shift, Linda.
This has been the best shift of my life.
And so
How do I turn on camera?
the other two are gonna need to go to sleep pretty soon.
Morbus is gonna have to wake up again soon. She kind of like waves the others like, I got this. Okay, I got this. I've dealt with like little children at the monastery before. I've got this. Okay, you guys get some rest, especially you, Morbus. I'll wake you up a bit when it's your shift. Then again, If you don't want me to, I could try waking up Willow instead.
Are you sure?
Or I'll stay up all night. I don't know. Whatever this little guy needs.
Pretty sure most things that come out of an egg need rest after coming out, but I could be wrong.
And so generally, yeah. Dismas and Morbus, you guys both go to sleep. And after a few minutes of petting it, you see it kind of like settles down and like curls up and sleeps asleep on your lap after a few more minutes.
I am dying right now. I am so glad I'm here for this session.
And so the rest of your shift passes pretty much uneventfully. The dragon just, like sleeping, all curled up on your lap. There's nothing else that you really see on the horizons, and so, so are you gonna go wake up Morbus? You're gonna have to. Now you run into the cat dilemma.
Yeah. What did Morbus say in response to her, like waking him up or Will?
Well, he actually said, "Are you sure you don't need help?"
Oh. She's actually. I think she's gonna stay awake, or at least try to stay awake. She's not gonna go wake him.
Okay. Alrighty. So,
And I
alrighty,
bet
so
you he didn't set an alarm.
yeah, probably not. So
I'm trying to make
so
a
in that
con
case,
saving.
after about another hour or so, Percy wakes up, and kind of like just like pokes its head up, looks around, looks up at you, and then like gets up.
You hungry? And she kind of like scoots the meat over and tries to pick it up and put it towards his nose or snout.
So what do you offer it first?
Venison, the fancy stuff.
So
But it's a cat with wings. Obviously, it would like fish more.
Also,
so
take chocolate chip cookies for some reason, and then they will die. Some cats are dumb.
so it takes like it smells the venison and like smells the venison, and then just like looks up at you again.
She puts it down and offers it the fish.
It smells it, and it takes like a small bite, and then it takes a much bigger bite, and so it just start it like.
Do I get a view of its teeth? Does it have like sharp teeth or anything yet?
So it does have teeth, but it doesn't it doesn't seem like it's like the like baby teeth concept.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But so it's taking very like small bites though, even with
Mm-hmm.
the teeth.
No. She just kind of like offers it as much as it wants,
Yeah, so it eats for a few minutes, and then kind of like moves back to your lap again, and then curls up. Its motor skills are significantly better,
Oh.
it seems.
She's she's gonna actually try and like pick it up and stand up with it.
Okay. So you pick it up and it immediately seems super confused again, like, legs flailing around. And this is the first time you see its like wings extend as well. They're like little tiny wings, but Like this is so. Like it's just kind of like everything flailing around in the air.
She's gonna kind of like shush, 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 and like try to pat it. Like, calm down, it's okay, it's okay.
So it's still doing it's still flailing around. It does not like.
I guess she's gonna sit back down then
Okay,
and put it back in her lap.
All right, yeah. So you do that, and it curls up, and it goes back to sleep.
Well, okay, I guess she'll continue her shift from where she is.
Alrighty. So another hour passes. It's time for the fourth shift now. And you once again have the cat and lap dilemma.
She's going to attempt to slowly, stealthily pick up and stand up.
Alrighty. Make me an acrobatics and stealth check.
Oh
my.
I was about to say if they were both ones.
Alrighty. And so what? So like, are you just kind of like scooching it onto the deck? Are you like picking it up?
I'm kind of like slowly lifting off of my lap and then slowly standing up to like try and make my way downstairs, down into the lower deck.
Alrighty. But so are you like carrying Percy with you, or are
Yes.
you leaving? Okay. So yeah. So like you kind of like as you're doing that, Percy like stirs a little bit, but most like kind of like settles down again in your arms. And so you're able to slowly go down to the lower deck.
She's gonna kind of like make her way slowly over Dismas and kind of like lightly tap him with her foot. Just like, hey, wake up, wake up.
Alrighty. Dismas, roll a Constitution save, please.
Oh no, again.
Alright, your call, Dismas.
He wakes up.
Alrighty.
Yes.
Yeah, so you wake up to the sight of Unda with Percy in her arms.
She like yawns. She's like, your turn.
Okay.
Shh. He's sleeping.
Give me the child.
No. Are you kidding me? It was a miracle I was able to come down here, lift him up, and come down here. I just sat through Morbus's shift.
Yeah, you need to sleep. I'll take the child.
I'm sorry, but you made deals with Zeus twice. I don't trust you. He's gonna wake up and freak out.
But then he'll wake you up too.
That's
I
fine.
can do this.
That's fine.
I can do this. I can do this. And Dismas is just like reassuring himself, I can do this. And he's gonna try to convince Unda that he can do this.
You're gonna need to roll. Would it be insight for me?
Does this like we'll just go? Does a 7 persuade you?
No.
Roll insight, not one.
I'm gonna say 7 does not. She maybe trusts Morbus or Aqua, but not Dismas.
Alrighty.
Yeah, so she's just gonna kind of slowly sit down. It's just like, if you try taking him, he's going to wake up.
Dismas is just gonna respond in Draconic, but I can talk to him.
Not like Unda's gonna even know what you're saying in Draconic.
Yeah, that's the thing. You just said like things.
I imagine from Unda's perspective, you just hissed at her.
Yeah, she's gonna respond back in Primordial, cursing at him. Because she thinks that's what he said.
Hold on 1 second here.
Do I know Primordial? I don't. Dang.
Do
I do.
hear it?
Okay, yeah, actually, could I get both Aqua and Morbus to roll a con save, please?
They just wake up at the sound of their language.
Hey, it's a very guttural language, so it would be fairly loud, I imagine. Con save, you said?
All right. So Morbus, you have the option to wake up to that. Aqua, you're
If
still
he has
asleep
the
on the
option,
back of the boat. What?
I said if he's got the option to wake up, like if you think he could wake up, then he'll wake up. He's a light sleeper. He's lived in the woods for years. Any sound that isn't birds chirping
Alrighty,
and
then he's
the
up.
rest of the wild.
And
animals,
also,
Dismas,
he's going to wake him up.
Percy kind of pops his head up as well.
Dismas
You
is
made me too.
immediately gonna say to him in Draconic, "Come to Dada."
Oh no!
Percy's just gonna look at you and kind of tilt his head.
Dismas,
She's gonna reply back in primordial. Stay with Mama.
okay,
No, okay, no, I can't say
if you
that.
guys keep doing this, Percy's gonna get whiplash.
Dismas,
I won't. Yeah, I won't reply back.
when Percy tilts his head at Dismas, he's just gonna kind of like look at him, smile, and then, do I have a fish on me? I do.
No, you don't have.
I went fishing.
How do you know he likes
Yes, but
fish?
you wouldn't have a fish on you when you're sleeping. That's the kind of thing you need to establish before you go to sleep.
Okay. Well, never mind. Okay.
Is it my shift?
I cannot hear
no.
you.
I said is it my shift, but in a more grapply, more of a tone.
Technically, she says while petting Percy, we didn't come wake you. I couldn't move. He was sleeping.
Do I need to take the trip?
No.
Take the shift then.
Oh,
No, I'm taking the shift. Dismas says.
Okay, go take your shift then. We're
I
gonna
will.
sleep here.
Dismas just goes above decks.
Alrighty. So these.
I'm sorry, I don't want to hog the dragon, but like at the same time,
Miss, 'cause
Unda
I feel
does
bad
not
now 'cause I
trust.
got a full night's sleep.
I'm sorry, I don't want to hog the dragon, but Unda does not trust Dismas.
No, that's totally fair.
Morbus doesn't want to touch the dragon, but he will to make them stop fighting.
Okay, so Unda is going to sleep and Dismas is taking watch.
I'm only going to sleep if Percy's going back to sleep, though. I like to
Yep.
clarify that.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, now Percy like, kind of after that is just gonna kind of like just curl back up again. And so, what?
I was going to ask if I could just stay up because he probably feels bad for staying up.
Alright.
Taking
Yeah,
shit.
sure. You can totally do that. Do you go above decks or do you stay below?
I think he'll stay below for a bit and then he'll go above deck.
Okay.
And then he'll get off the ship because he doesn't like being on the ship.
Okay.
There's probably meat still sitting out, by the way.
Yeah, no, there's a good portion of all of the meat that you guys collected yesterday just sitting out on the upper deck right now.
I'll put those away then. Salt them up, make them.
Because like
bringable or
Percy
whatever.
really only ate about like maybe half a fish. Like and yeah. So after about 30 minutes or so, Moribus, so you've cleaned everything up, and so as you're heading back below decks, you see Percy kind of wake up, and just kind of like look at Unda, and then just start looking around.
At
Do
this
I have
point, yeah, Unda's probably still asleep, so.
I have a. Well, I'm guessing I do have. I'm carrying the meat, so I guess I kind of scooted over to the
Throw it up to
dragon.
Dismas. Bring Percy to Dismas.
No.
Yeah, so you're offering it some meat? I've had a hard time hearing you, Damien, so just want to
Oh,
clarify.
sorry. Okay.
Say that again, I'm sorry.
Yes, I'll move my mic so it's closer. Give me a second. Okay. Okay.
You okay?
He's saying okay, but it doesn't sound okay.
Yeah, it sounds like the opposite of okay.
It sounds like the apocalypse, bro.
No, we're already living in the apocalypse.
That's true.
You okay, Damien?
I think.
Alrighty. So. Alrighty. We have lost Damien. Rest in
Damien.
peace. You hear me?
Oh,
Oh,
God,
no.
you actually oh no! Oh!
Is he back?
My mic disconnected. A cat stabbed me and I am bleeding, but I am fine.
Alright.
This is fine.
Everything is fine. Alright. So you're offering Percy meat, correct?
Yeah.
What do you offer him?
Whatever I have on hand. I mean, I wouldn't know really what he likes.
So so he's not gonna he's not gonna be too incredibly picky. Whatever it is you offer, he's gonna eat some of, and then kind of like look up at you, and then look over to Unda, and then back to you.
Morvis just nods. Like, yeah. An understanding.
Alrighty. So then do you just move on?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So it kind of like Percy just kind of watches you for a couple of seconds, and then starts walking towards the stairs to the
Do I
upper deck.
notice this?
Yeah, you would notice.
I pick Percy up and put him back on Una.
Okay. So alrighty. It kind of does the whole like flailing and legs and wings and everything when you pick him up, and then so when you place him down, it just kind of looks at you and it starts walking towards the stairs again.
I see. It's going to be one of these.
Let him
Is there?
come.
He's
Let him
already
come.
going through the disobedient stage.
You already know.
No. This is the classic. We start off with we have the kittens on the box with the mom, and then they start climbing, and then you have to get a cage, and then you gotta get a bigger cage, because then they figure out how to get out of the first cage, because they learn how to climb.
One just wakes up and she's in a cage, just like there's a cage built around her.
Okay, is there a door or like a thing that I can make it so he can't run off?
Is there a baby gate?
No,
Yeah.
there's not. It's just stairs that lead directly to the upper deck. There's no like, there's no hatch or anything to like close that off.
Okay, I guess I'm just going to go in this endless cycle of picking him up and putting him back on Unda.
So after you do that a couple of times, Percy's gonna bite you.
Hmm.
Um,
He lets out a
and so you're gonna take 3 damage.
Question, Damien. Do you think Unda's ever been Morbus?
I don't know. That's up to Unda.
So anyways, while that's going on, then Dismas upstairs. I need you to make a perception check. Alrighty. So you see a boat moving along the coastline.
Okay.
And so it's of similar design to the one that you found by the kobolds that you massacred just recently, like yesterday. Not the ones that have the boat that you're currently in now. And you also hear like this regular pattern of movement coming from below you. It's very consistent.
Okay. Which direction is the boat going in?
So the boat is headed in the direction of the kobold camp.
All right, it's a kobold boat.
And so as just to clarify, Morbus, the cycle's going to kind of keep going for a little bit before like Ravian, probably like another like 30 minutes of that.
Yeah.
Until...
Let me know when I hit 0 hit points.
Yeah, no, it's not going to try biting you again because that didn't work. But it's gonna. So once it's decided on that, it's gonna like stay by Unda and then like
Try to
start.
be sneaky about it.
No, it's gonna start like doing the like, hey, are you awake? You alive?
Do I need a roll
Yeah,
constitution?
Unda needs a con save.
Dismas is gonna start stalking the boat.
Alright. Wait, what?
That he was going to start stalking the boat?
Yeah,
Stalking?
just kind of like following it.
Oh, okay. Because like there are 2 kinds of stock. Like there's the like grocery store stock the shelves, and then like creepy person.
Yeah, he's gonna creepy person the boat.
Okay. All right. So you go do that. The sun is starting to rise, so it's about everyone's time to wake up. Including Unda. You wake up a few minutes early because of Percy. Just like
sorry, I got distracted. She's gonna kind of like yawn and pull it.
that's good. No, that's good. That's good.
The meme commentary. Whose laugh was that?
Alrighty. So everyone's starting to wake up.
She's gonna wake up and kind of like pet it and start to get up. Like, hey, you hungry or something? Like,
So when Percy sees that you're awake, it's gonna and Percy's gonna bite you.
Oh no! Just gonna
Um,
kind of like yelp a bit and kind of like pull her arm away and be like, "No, bad Percy."
so you're gonna take 2 damage from that.
Oh, gosh.
Um, so Aqua, you're finally awake now. If you wanted to do something, but it's a new, fresh morning, bright, sunny skies. So,
Do I see the shell on the deck when I come up?
yeah, the eggshell, yeah, is very.
What's the dragon's color? What's the color?
So you guys can look and see that it has a very bronze color to it.
Nice.
Also, I'm just gonna assume Dismas, while he's stalking the boat, he's just gonna gradually make his way to the kobold camp.
Yeah. So roll survival for me. Okay. So you're tracking the ship, but you do eventually, after a little bit, lose sight of it.
Okay.
Before you see it turn in anywhere or turn away. You did, however, see it starting to like pull up some like its sails.
All right. I'll just go to the kobold camp
Okay.
stealthily.
Alrighty, roll stealth.
Just like to like the edge of it, and like just so I
Roll
can like
stealth.
see.
So as you arrive at the kobold camp, you see the ship having like just pulled in, and so it kind of like docks. It's in the process of docking itself in that space.
From my secluded hidden spot.
I just heard secluded hidden spot.
Oh, I'm gonna wait and just kind of watch.
Okay. Alrighty, so we'll cut back to you in a little bit here. So back to the boat. It's a bronze dragon.
Once she got it to stop biting her, she's gonna kind of
It's
like,
just one bite.
okay. She's kind of like, okay, I get it. You're hungry. Let's go get some fish then. And kind of like try and go towards wherever they keep food.
It follows you. Again, the motor skills are better
Oh.
than they were when you were
Dragon.
last awake. It seems to be gaining proficiency with those things pretty quickly.
Oh gosh.
Oh no, there he goes off to college.
Yeah.
Oh, he's getting married. Fine.
I've got grandchildren already. I guess along her way, she's gonna like wake up or call anyone she passes or anything like, "Hey, dragon! Look, there's a dragon."
Alrighty. So, by the way, Unda, also you would notice that the like deck is empty and it doesn't seem like there was anyone on watch when you woke up.
Oh.
And that would be the case for Aqua as well. You would have noticed that. I mean, too.
Kind of confirms her thought of, yeah, I'm glad I didn't give him.
I'll be
the
honest,
dragon.
Aqua's used to it at this point.
Alright.
Wait, what's this? Like the third time this has happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did she pass Aqua on the way then? She sees Aqua.
Well, the food would be below
Oh, okay.
decks. Aqua, would you head down or?
Well, first I have to ask the important question. Do I happen to know if the shell's worth anything?
Roll me
Insight?
Arcana.
Oh, Arcana, okay.
some of the shell can be used for various different magical purposes. So
Or jewelry.
There's definitely value in holding on to the shell.
Is anyone up on deck with me when I figure this out?
No.
Okay. I'm going to try and take all of the shell and like kind of put it in a bag or something.
Alrighty. Okay. You're obviously not going to be able to fit the whole thing on your person,
Mm-hmm.
but you'll manage to get about.
Like even if I crack it up a bit to make it into smaller pieces.
Yeah. I'd say you get about. We'll say 2 kilos.
Yes, under quantity I have 2 kilos, except it only shows 2 kill.
Well, you could abbreviate that to kg.
You're right, but I kind of like two kill. It makes me question to kill or not to kill.
Like the next time you get the opportunity to actually do something to that, like what the heck does 2 kill mean? And then we're all gonna have no idea. So.
Well, it still says 2 kilos. It's just you have to actually edit it to see the rest.
Okay.
I probably spelled it wrong, but I don't care. And then I'm gonna go below deck after gathering that.
Okay.
And even if I can't have it all on my person, any I can't, I'm gonna like put into a bag and kind of hide it downstairs when I go down there.
Okay. So you get downstairs to see Unda feeding a bronze-colored dragon.
Do I happen to know what type of breath a bronze dragon has?
Roll Arcana, please.
Or really anything about it in general?
So you would know that they tend to be you would know that they tend to be coastal and that they breathe lightning.
Okay, so could potentially still set our boat on fire. Got it.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to make it a rubber cage or something.
Does Unda notice Aqua at this point?
Yeah, you would. Yeah.
Aqua, come look. He woke up in the middle of the night. During my shift, I ended up having to sit through Morbus's shift because he was on my lap. But like, look at him, he's so.
I'm going to approach and kind of try and like keeping low and slow, but not in like an aggressive stalking prey kind of way, but in like a I'm safe, I'm fine.
Morbus goes.
What?
Morbus goes. He bites.
Oh yeah, it does. See, she shows up with her hand.
And then Aqua's going to kind of try and like let it sniff her hand and then pet it.
Okay. It's just gonna kind of look at your hand and then look at you and look at your hand. Like, what do you want me to do with this?
I'm then going to pet it.
Yeah. So it again does the like, is this an okay thing? But then it's kind of cool with that after a couple of pets. But after like 3 or 4 pets, it's gonna kind of go back to eating food.
See, isn't he sweet? I was kind of worried that, like it'd come out like setting things on fire and burning things, but he's so sweet. I named him Percy, but if you have a better name idea or something, but yeah.
Bronze drag.
I wasn't able to fully see its color last night either, so like, I don't know, copper or something might be. I don't know.
Give me a second. I'm gonna. Aqua's just gonna kind of sit down, look off, and thought as she tries to come up with a name.
We also don't know its gender yet, of course, but he likes fish over venison, at least from what I've observed. And yeah, look at his tiny little teeth. They hurt, but they're not too bad.
Um,
And then she
so
just kind of keeps on going on and on and on and on.
so Percy finishes with the fish and kind of just starts to move towards the stairs.
Oh, more biology. Okay, buddy, hang on. And she kind of like gets up and quickly follows him.
He's not going incredibly fast. Like you could walk and keep up with him just fine. It's not like you'd have to even jog really to keep up.
She kind of like lets him get over to the stairs and sees if he's gonna. Actually, now she's gonna pick him up and try to like carry him up.
Again, you get the kind of like flailing everything as you carry him up. Like
Yeah, she's gonna ignore the flailing and like set him back down as soon as she can on the upper deck.
okay. So Percy first off just gonna look at you, and then kind of like look around at everything, and just like stand there for like a minute looking around.
Nice, right? And it's like slowly the realization that they have like a dragon starts to hit her, and she kind of looks at Morbus a little scared, like, "This is your dragon? He's already becoming more mobile? Do you know anything about dragons? Like, how long is it going to take him till he can start flying and burning things and like, oh gosh, we've gotten ourselves way in over our heads."
It's also at this point when Percy decides to start walking towards the edge of the boat.
Oh, she quickly goes after him, like, no, and tries to hold him back.
All right. Again, you don't have a hard time catching up to. Like Percy probably only gets like maybe 5 feet before you just grab him.
Like, we'll go swimming later, buddy. Okay. Aqua,
Aqua's gonna come up. Yes.
can you watch Percy for a moment, or help me watch him? I just I think I might need to go pray to Poseidon. I have no idea what to do now. It's just suddenly hitting me that like we have a baby dragon. Like, do you know anything about dragons?
I think this one shoots lightning.
Oh, great.
Wait till Dismas finds that out.
Oh, God.
I'm not telling
also,
Dismas.
Also, where's Dismas? He was supposed to be on guard for
She
last
shrugs.
watch.
Ooh. By the way, I came up with a name. Date.
Bait?
Date. like the thing Egyptians eat. Date.
Bait?
Date.
Bait?
Wait, date?
D-A-T-E. Date.
Date.
Eight.
Date. Why? I mean, it's
Mhm.
good. It kind of works. I just, why?
I don't know. I mean, he's
What
kind
about-
of shriveled like a date. I mean, those are scales, but kind of looks similar.
You know, we'll put it to a vote once we get everyone together. Maybe we'll combine the two names or something. I don't know.
She mumbles something about people not liking her friendship. And I mean that in the nickname kind of way, that she was calling the ship the friend ship.
Not for sale. It was on point though.
By the way, have you continued to hold on to Percy?
I put him back down, but like turned him away from or like probably walk him back towards the middle of the boat and put him back down.
Okay. By this point, you hear a sploosh.
I would have been
gonna
paying
kinda-
attention to him. If he starts to walk away, could I try and pick him up?
My buddy.
Now you're in the middle of a conversation.
We're still going back and forth on date or bait.
We're gonna say that
Well, I was
Here,
like pointing to him, like his somewhat shriveled, but really it's scales look.
And it's that comedic moment then where you're like, oh, it's gone. Well,
roll. How about this? Roll perception at disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah. So you'd notice him like maybe like 2 or 3 feet away. When you point out the looks.
Can I tell that it looks like he's going towards the edge of the ship?
Oh, he's absolutely like it's like a straight line path.
I'm gonna try and pick him up and then climb off the ship with him.
What?
I'm gonna try and pick him up and bring him off the ship, since he seems to want to get off. I'm not gonna let him
Alright.
free, but I'm gonna like kind of take him down, see where he
Okay.
looks and pays attention to.
Alrighty. Well, okay. So so you do that. Alrighty. So you.
I guess Unda's gonna follow. Like, he seems to really have a mind of his own. Like, he really wants to explore.
Would I happen to know that dragon, how smart a dragon is at birth?
Based on your previous Arcana roll, I'd say that you know that their intelligence can develop pretty quickly.
Sure, it's a good thing we don't have a dragon in the True Darkness camp.
No, there's a dragon somewhere out there. I mean,
Let me reiterate, we don't have a pet dragon yet in the True Darkness campaign. Otherwise, it would be screaming cuss words as it.
how do you not
burning
know
downtown.
that Coiny is actually just a dragon that's pretending to be a mimic? Don't question it.
Actually, that's not totally out of the question.
Um,
That's genuinely not totally out of the question. It's
Un-
part.
Powerful magic.
as Unda follows with, she's gonna like take some time to stand on the beach, kind of like, block in case he makes a beeline for the ocean. But also that so that she can stick her feet in the water.
Just to
and
clarify, Percy was not going towards the land part, but the water part.
Nice. Well, even
let-
better, she's standing.
Let him play around in some water. Throw him in the water and let him learn how to swim. You gotta teach him these stuff.
I'm working in that direction, whether Unda's gonna let me or not. But I wanted to make sure that's what he was trying to do. That's why I said I'm paying attention to like where
Yeah,
he's looking.
like
and
she's
stuff.
okay with him going. Yeah, she's okay with him going in the water a bit, just not like going like in deep. Yeah, and she's also like sticking her feet in the water because she wants to like give a proper prayer to Poseidon. Like, what do I do?
Alrighty, so
While this is all happening, I'm trying to figure out where am I situated at the moment. That is the question.
What do you mean by that?
Like, where am I?
Right now you are in, if I remember, boat.
Okay, I'm getting off the boat since there's nothing else to do on the boat, and he hates the boat.
Alrighty, alrighty. You get off the boat. Do you want to like go hunting or something, or?
Just kind of, yeah. It'll just kind of keep an eye out, do a prayer or something,
Alrighty.
Morning routine.
All right. And so, just to clarify, Aqua, are you holding on to Percy the whole time in the water, or just carrying him into the water?
I'm gonna carry him into the water, and I will let him go if it seems like he vaguely knows how to swim.
As
I'm
soon
not
as you
going to
get in the,
carry him
like,
under the water though.
Okay. Like, so, like, he does the whole flailing thing the whole time you're holding him. And then, like, just, like, when you get to the water, still doing the flailing.
Percy date, relax. It's okay. Maybe put him in like a shower area, a shallower area where he can stand. Aqua.
I think the coast right at the beginning of the water is pretty shallow.
Find like a tide pool.
Yeah, that's a
Okay,
good point. Can I find a tide pool?
yeah.
Yeah, roll perception.
Okay, give me a second.
And I figure you probably have help and can help you out with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, good thing I have
Good
help.
thing.
So, yeah, so you're able to find like a little like tide pool pretty quickly, and so you can take Percy over there. In the meantime, while you're doing that, Dismas, you see a so you're watching as the as you see figures, like mooring the boat, and then they kind of like start to like file off. Some of them are carrying like boxes, but most of them are just kind of walking onto the shore.
Okay.
We left a massacre there, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I wasn't involved.
Yeah.
Do I
Did anyone
recognize
bury the
them?
bodies or anything?
Nope.
Oh my.
I burned them.
Okay.
The bodies
Oh, yeah,
got
that's right.
cremated, so
Do I recognize them as kobolds?
roll perception. They do seem. It does seem like they are kobolds.
Are kobolds even smart enough to run a ship? I thought they were
Kobolds
just kind
are-
of like monster things.
They're
Kobolds,
like goblins, but lizards.
they're like goblins, but
Oh.
lizards and way smarter. Or more crafty, I should say.
Oh.
Like, they're known for placing traps everywhere.
Oh,
Goblins
okay.
are really good at like, what is it called?
Stealing
Adapting
things.
to their environment and stuff.
And so what you see is the
Have-
kobolds kind of going to where the previous kobolds, had the like fire, and where the kobolds were then cremated after you massacred all of them.
How many are there?
There are what you can see right now is 12.
Okay.
And so they kind of go to where the fire was, and then okay, most of them go to the fire. The other, like, two of them go onto the first boat with the kobolds that you all killed.
Okay.
And so you can kind of see the two that are on the other boat, kind of like looking around.
Where's our welcome party, guys?
And so then
One second.
the group that heads towards where the fire was is just kind of checking the fire out.
Okay.
And then they kind of like the ones that were carrying stuff kind of set it down where the fire was. And so after a couple of minutes, you see like some of them start talking with each other, and then others relight the fire with the stuff that they carried with them, just like lighting the boxes on fire.
Okay.
I get it. They're burning their crops because of the coronavirus.
I want to sneak to the bushes closest to the campfire.
Alrighty, roll stealth. Alrighty. So you managed to get most of the way there before you happened across a bee, and while trying to like swat the bee away, you accidentally like fall into the bush instead of like sneaking into it. And so you have attracted the attention of several kobolds.
By the way, I don't remember any mention of him having the spell put on him again.
Yeah,
He kind of
but I
left
think
while
it's,
everyone was.
I think it's fair to assume that since
But he left
that's
while
been
Will was asleep.
Yeah,
yeah, actually, yeah. So yeah, no, you wouldn't have the thing.
I'm definitely in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does Una know that?
Yeah,
I
what
think
are we
everyone
talking
knows by this point.
I don't know if Una knows.
No, I'm pretty sure everyone knows by this point.
I think Unda missed every session that we saw this.
Well, then
Yeah.
apparently Unda knows now.
What are we
so-
talking about?
Do you know Dismas' secret?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, you would have found out over the night.
I don't
It
know.
was
She
dark.
couldn't see color.
Yeah, she couldn't see color.
Is he like a shapeshifter?
No, he's a half orc.
Oh. No, that doesn't sound familiar.
Well, now you know.
Okay.
All right. Well, how many roughly?
So maybe like 3 of them look over in your direction.
All right. I'll just kind of like stand out of the bush, just like towering over it. I'll take a few steps back, and then I'll back. I'm like, come here, into the forest, and I'll say that in Draconic to them.
They kind of look to each other, and then look at you, and then look to each other. And they're kind of talking amongst themselves. The like 3 of them that spotted you.
Mhm.
And then after a couple of seconds, they kind of just they kind of like just look away again, back towards the group.
I'll say to them in Draconic, I'm also fighting for the cause.
You get everyone's attention.
I have a quick question. This original group that they massacred, were they like attacking first or anything, or
Nope.
were they being peaceful?
We tricked them into thinking we were their god, and then Aqua just kind of
Wait.
opened fire on them.
That was the first group.
I remember
there
that
was
one.
Also the second group.
Yeah, what about the second group? Were they being peaceful and then you guys decided we're gonna kill them, or?
No, they attacked us as well.
Okay, that's not that is a biased representation of that.
They attacked us.
But
I yipped at them and then they attacked me. Therefore, they attacked first.
You insulted their mother, of course. You never
The
should
solo, solo shot first dilemma.
So
wait, so all of
you
them, as in
you have the attention
three
of all
them?
12 kobolds.
Oh, I only meant for the 3 to hear that. Okay.
And one of them steps forwards is like, "You're with the cause," or I rather it'd be a very light voice. You're
You
with
cut
the
out.
cause.
I'm just gonna be a little surprised that he understood what he said, and then he's gonna be like, "Yes, I am with the cause," and he's gonna just like be shaking his head.
How long have you been here?
A few days. We got attacked. I was the only one that lived.
So you know my brother then?
What was his name?
Yep.
To
I
be
knew.
fair, I was going to say, to be fair, I know It took me months to know everybody at my work's name, and there's like 7 people there.
It took
And
me
even now I get mixed up.
It took me an entire year to remember someone I sat next to every class for 2 classes before I could say their name outside of class or remember it. So yeah, there's plenty of cases where people can't remember names.
So, yep.
You
Hello?
cut out. Hello.
Yep.
That's the
You
name,
know-
I think.
That's all you say. Yep.
We asked what his name was.
Oh.
Did nobody hear me say that's his name, I think?
Like, dude, you keep cutting out.
I thought for sure you were cutting out. Oh. Yep. D-Smith is gonna pretend to think about it, like, oh, yep, like try to search his memory. He's like, I might know who that was. Like I've said, I really joined only like a few days ago, and it's been a long 20.
Roll deception, please.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Alrighty.
Dang it!
Why are you danging that?
Because I know, but I wasted the inspiration.
Well, there's no way for you to know that before,
That's true. Yeah.
There's a reason you use it before, not after. I see. So what happened to who came?
There was this human man, and slaughtered all of them, and then he must have upset the ocean, because then the ocean attacked as well. I was the only one that remained.
So they do respond. That is good to hear.
They? Who's they?
They are coming, of course.
Who?
Well,
Who's
that's who
coming?
you were there to meet, is it not?
Does nobody watch the orientation films?
Hey, buddy. Like I said, I had only been here for a few days, and they just kept telling me that we were waiting for people.
Well,
they never told me
can
who.
introduce themselves soon enough. Come.
Oh yeah.
And tell us your story.
What's your name, by the way?
I'm Europe.
That's
No, Europe.
Yeah, Rip.
Yes.
Yeah, Rip. D-Smith is just like pronounce that to himself like 7 times. Yeah, Rip. Yeah, Rip. Yeah, Rip. Okay, my name is D-Smith.
Dismas.
Yes.
Dismas?
D-Smith.
Dismas.
D-Smith.
Dismas.
Yeah, that works. I'll go and take a seat at the campfire with them and just start to tell them
Like they all all the seats are really tiny, and so they kind of give you 2 of them.
Okay.
Still smashes both just by sitting on them.
I just is he saying that Morbus was the one that came along and killed all of them? Is he
He's
blaming this
describing
on
himself, I'm
Morbus?
pretty sure.
Oh,
He's
okay.
describing himself.
He'll just sit down and start telling him his story. Hold on 1 second, sorry. He'll say, yeah, I grew up in a tribe of half orcs and humans, and then one day
So
great-
you had to live with them?
because growing up they were really nice to me and my family, and then war broke out between our tribe, and I ran. And then I ended up on a boat with this guy. His name was Will. He appeared human, but he wasn't a human, so it was okay.
So he
And
was one
then-
of the infiltrators.
Yes. I think. I don't know. I'm not quite caught up on. Still trying to learn. And
Don't
then
worry, they come and then
They-
they explain everything.
all right. T-Bus is getting more and more worried about this vein that's coming. He's just like, what's coming?
I just imagine them though, like consoling him. Like this is like the family, like real talk he's been needing but hasn't been getting from his party members.
And so, hold on. Emotional roll. Here we go. Okay. So, and then he'll continue the story, and then we ended up in this city. We found out that one of our friends was killed, by a very evil person
Yep,
who I
very
haven't
evil.
found yet.
It's humans.
Yeah, I think he was half elf. That's what I was told.
Still half human.
Anyway, we joined up with this other group, and then we ended up on another boat. We kind of had to leave because one of the people in the group got in trouble for casting spells in a city when they weren't supposed to.
Wait, you were in human place?
We needed to buy supplies, and we decided there was that, and we were trying to avenge our friend. Sometimes you have to go to great lengths to do right by the ones you care for.
Indeed. They're all kind of like nodding with you.
That's the person that literally murdered their entire camp.
Smith out here like Confucius. Confucius.
Does actually know what this cause is? Like, is he spouting nothing?
He read a letter that said something about supporting the cause. That's why he knows about this.
Oh, oh gosh.
And so then after we left, a giant fish flipped our boat. I almost died. And then all of a sudden we were on this island. And we've been stuck here ever since. The other group.
This not island.
This isn't an island?
No.
Well, that's good news.
So how you get here then?
I don't know. D-Smith is just gonna kind of like start to realize that like there's just like days of memories he doesn't have. I don't know. I just kind of appeared here.
It because of your exposure to humans.
That would make sense.
Contracted
Right.
humanitis.
Human dumb.
Or
Dumbness.
mooties. Like cooties, but humans.
Oh my god.
Don't worry. We are
Homo endogenous itis virus 19.
Don't be giving the universe any more ideas, okay? I think it's been creative enough this year.
I don't think it has been creative. I think it's been destructive. Not in the most creative way.
But not as destructive as us with our characters.
Yeah. You could think of 1,000 more fun ways to destroy the human race. This ain't it, fam. Like, the bees are, like, kind of clever and stuff, but, like, come on, you can be more creative than that. 2012 was more creative than that.
So, anyway, No, right, that is why we are banding together for the cause.
Yes, the
And they
cause.
all kind of like say the cause.
The claw.
No, no, no,
You
no,
know,
no.
the other group never taught me enough about the cause. They just told me it existed and its general things, but I'm excited to learn more about it.
No, we are going to get rid of the humans, and we have
You're
many friends,
like who?
like big things.
Like dragons?
No, bigger.
Like gods? I have a friend that's a god.
I don't. All I know is that like I don't know. We are going to we there is a we're going to secret meeting.
Oh, can I come?
Like they all like nod like yes.
Awesome. Let's go.
We must wait
Oh,
because
okay.
messenger come with location. It's secret meeting.
Okay. When's he gonna be here?
When he sees the fire.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
And so we have a new person. We should introduce ourselves. And so like all the various different couples, like start like introducing. It's all like different variations. These really fast-paced names. And like they all like tell their like life story about how they've like been oppressed by the humans and how it's basically a similar story to what like you like read in the letters, how they've been like forced off of their like homelands and villages, and how the humans have just taken over their native lands and fishing areas and what.
Okay.
It's kind of like an Alcoholics Anonymous, but kobolds to complain about humans.
All right.
And one of them pulls out a like container full of like raw fish, and they all start passing it around. They offer you one.
He'll take one.
Alrighty, it is raw.
He'll
Are you gonna?
stomach it.
Okay, I need you to make a Constitution saving. Okay. Like your gag reflex kicks in, and you just can't swallow. You just can't swallow it.
Mm.
More human infection. Just can't eat anything non-human now.
So, anyways, so you're with the. In the meantime, we're gonna cut back to the rest of the party now.
Dismas is joining a cult.
Uh-huh.
Josh,
just
we joked
joined-
about this the entire week, and now it's actually happening.
No, I said that you would join it. You would create a cult. That's what I said.
That's right.
So, anyways,
Don't worry about it, guys. It's completely out of context.
so, so just for everyone in the party's knowledge, when that's how Mitchell's gonna get on the news. If he ever news, that's how he's getting up. So, anyways, so the rest of the party we have Linda and Aqua taking Percy for a swim, and Mortis being Mortis.
After a little while of helping, what's his date
Percy.
swim,
Percy date, yeah.
Aqua's gonna say to Unda, do you think you have this under control? I think gonna go try and find out where Dismas went.
Yeah, we probably should do that. Yeah, I think I got this under control. I mean, right, Percy, you're gonna be good, right? Percy, date, Percy.
You're leaving the dragon by itself?
No!
No, I'm leaving Unda with the dragon.
Okay.
After that, I'm gonna kind of look to see if I see any tracks, but if I don't find any, my automatic thought would be to go to where he was yesterday.
Do you know where it was yesterday?
They told me afterwards, I thought.
Right, it'll take you longer to get there because you haven't.
I mean, it's along the coast. I'd imagine I just follow the coast.
So, roll survival. Okay. So goes on to Dismas, and Morris, and
Sorry, you're cutting out.
so Aqua, you're off to find Dismas, and Unda and Morbus, you're left with Percy, Date, whatever your guys are gonna. I need you to decide on a name
Date.
at some point.
I've got a question. Do you not need Morbus to come with you?
I mean, you're watching the ship, Unda's watching the dragon. Those two things aren't necessarily the same thing.
That's fair.
I mean, you can run after Aqua if you see her going away, I guess.
I just thought I'd offer, but no, okay, it's fine. We're good.
So just to clarify, whatever the dragon's name is, going to kind of like splash around it for a bit before it decides that it's done and just goes to sleep on the beach.
Sit down next to it, kind of relax, sunbathe a bit as well, because she's tired.
I would just like to point out, if I ever hear anyone say Percy, Aqua's just gonna say Date.
So it's also so after a little bit, so you both, Morbus and Unda, you would both notice like some smoke rising up the coast.
What did they do?
You cut out? I'm sorry.
I said, oh boy, what did they do?
You see, Josh is just automatically assuming that once I get there, I'm gonna start a firefight, and then so that's how this is working out.
So she's gonna kind of like get up and kind of like try to slowly, gently, without waking, pick up Percy, Date as well.
Roll stealth, please.
Roll mom skills, please.
Yeah. So as soon lay a finger on the dragon, I'm going to refer to it as the dragon until you guys decide on a name definitively. So as soon as you lay a finger on the dragon, it immediately turns its head and looks at you.
Come on, CD. We're gonna go for a walk, okay? Come on. She's gonna like take a few steps back and like pat her legs. Like, come on.
It's gonna kind of like look at you and then look at the ground, and look at you again.
Can I carry you? She like tries to go and pick him up.
It stands up very quickly when you do that.
She kind of like backs up and pats to see if he'll follow.
Like it again looks at you and looks at you.
few more steps. Like, come on!
It's gonna kind of like take a step towards you, and then look up again.
Like, applauds and takes another step back.
It's gonna take another step.
She's gonna turn around and start walking at a normal pace, and then like look back to see if he follows.
Like, okay, there's not immediately following, but after a couple seconds, as obviously you're gonna keep walking, the dragon starts following.
She does a bit so that she doesn't lose him, but like keeps walking, occasionally looking back and plotting, and yeah.
And you're gonna have to slow down from like a standard walking pace in order for him to catch up.
That's fine.
But you can walk at a mostly normal speed.
Okay.
Once he's caught up, though. Morbus, are you joining them?
Yeah, I'll follow.
Alrighty. So Aqua, so you arrive at the kobold camp to see Dismas sitting around a campfire with a bunch of kobolds, and they're all like growling and hissing at each other as they sit around the campfire. Dismas sitting very awkwardly on like two small stools.
Okay. How many did you say there were?
12 that you can see.
Hmm.
Can you guys hear me?
No.
Okay. I said, could I roll perception to see if Dismas notices Aqua?
Yeah, disadvantage.
Okay.
Do I need to roll a stealth?
Yeah, you would need to make a stealth roll if you don't want to be spotted. Yeah. Alrighty, yeah, so Dismas, you don't really see anything as you kind of look around, as you're listening to all these stories of woe from the kobolds.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast invisibility
Okay.
and use a sorcerer point to make it last double time. I think. Wait, actually, I need to check the description on that. Yeah, so gonna do extended.
Alright, so just, how long do you have?
That would be 2 hours.
2 hours, alright. Because I'm not familiar with how long a normal invisibility spell lasts.
1 hour.
Alrighty, so you are now invisible.
And I'm gonna try and walk up behind Dismas and whisper in his ear, "What you doing?"
I'd like you to roll stealth for that, please. Alrighty. Alrighty. So just to clarify, that was specifically for the speaking part.
Yeah.
So alrighty, yeah. So Dismas, you hear that?
Do I recognize it as Aqua?
Yeah, you would. It would also be a little disconcerting because now you have to listen in 2 different languages at the same time.
Okay. So okay. Did I hear it like? Did I audibly hear it from behind me, or did I hear it just like in my head almost?
No, you heard it audibly behind you.
Okay.
Kind of like behind your right ear, I'm guessing.
All right. Not looking and just assuming that Aqua's gonna be there, I'm gonna say in Draconic to the kobolds, guys, I think one of my friends is here. And then I'll kind of turn around and motion to where I heard it and like say, this is my friend, Water Lady. And then there's no one there.
They're all gonna kind of the kobold telling its story just kind of stops and they all look, and then they look at you.
Dismas is just gonna look back at them very confused. He said, I just heard her voice, like right there.
It is okay. You've had long time. Many friends dead.
Can I?
Uh,
Sorry. Can I cast shape water and kind of like you know how a water genasi is always wet? I'm gonna try and have like some of the water on me gather and kind of float in the air in the shape of an orb.
okay. Roll stealth for
A
that,
little
please.
off to where I actually am.
Yeah. Roll stealth for that, please.
It's only somatic, meaning hand movements, and I'm invisible.
Right. Okay. Well, okay. I'm not aware of the fact that it's only
Yeah, sorry.
somatic.
I'm letting you know that now.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No, that's fine then. So you do that, and appears like orb of water appears, and they go, ah.
Deesman's like, I knew it. I knew she was here.
I'm gonna cast shape
Hey.
water again to make it take the form of a smiley face.
Hi, water lady. And they're all like, it's all like, hi. Of course, all you hear, um, Aqua is like various hisses.
I'll translate into common what they're saying.
Repeating hi a bunch of times, or are you saying they all say
Yeah,
hi?
no. For every single hi that I hear, I'm saying hi. So Deesmus is just sitting there going, hi.
Aqua's gonna silently facepalm. Invisibly facepalm. How do you describe that, really?
Oh, it's a face palm that is invisible.
Yeah, and you know it's sincere because no one else knows she's doing it but her. And then she's going to try and whisper in his ear again. What you doing?
He'll just respond, I'm making friends, obviously.
You know the language of the humans?
And then yeah, he'll respond to him in Draconic. Yeah, it's good for infiltrating.
Yes.
I'm just gonna whisper to him. I'll be right back, and then I'll try and go over to the newly docked ship, and
All right.
I'll cast shape water again to make the floating orb, smiley face of water, just kind of go down into the sand. You know, stop being floaty.
Okay. So now there's just a smiley face of water on the sand.
I mean, it'd be more like just a splash of water.
Oh, okay. I thought you were keeping it manifested, just floating above the. Okay.
Well, I was keeping it a smiley face above, but now I just want it to be normal water again, so they think
Okay.
I left or something.
Alrighty. So
Noah?
you're going on to the newly docked ship.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
No, I'm so glad you came up with the shape water thing so fast because Deesmus is gonna be like, was I just imagining them the entire time?
Like, this is your actual reality dream.
Did you not know that you weren't actually playing with other people? This has just been you and Josh the entire time.
We've already gone over this. We are figments of your imagination. I feel like this is the third time we've said this in a session. Anyways, I'm gonna go over to the ship and try and investigate without bumping into anyone or making any large amount of noise.
Alrighty. So on the ship, you find about 10 more birds, just kind of like on the ship, where you're doing various different tasks.
Did you say 10 more kobolds?
Yep, 10.
Hmm.
Like they're doing various things, like like checking supplies and making sure that they're doing like maintenance stuff.
Yeah.
And so it's a decently large vessel. It's a three-sailed ship. Uh, so they also have pretty good supplies of like fish and uh, bread, and they're very well stocked.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and so you also find a couple pieces of paper, but you can't read the writing.
Are there any kobolds around the paper?
There is one that's working on that table, not with those papers, but is like using the table to like make some to kind of like try to like repair some torn pieces of clothing.
I'm gonna cast shape water again and kind of have it like make the shape of a hand that taps the side of its shoulder so that it'd look away from the paper, and then try and grab some of the papers.
Okay, ready? Roll stealth with advantage. Okay. So you do get the papers. It seems a little confused as to where the papers went, but it kind of just shrugs and moves on.
Okay. Do I see anything of monetary value?
No, you do not.
Okay. Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm.
I guess I'm just gonna get off the ship and go back to Dismas. What? Sorry, what?
What?
Mike's not picking up. I'm making Minecraft villager noises.
Huh. 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 Needs less nasal. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go back to Dismas and ask him. So, what are these kobolds trying to do?
I'll respond. We're waiting for the messenger.
But are they friendly?
Yeah. To me.
Who are
You're
they
not
not
human.
friendly to?
Humans.
Hmm. Doesn't that make them our enemies?
Not necessarily.
I mean, not you and me personally, but
Sure, there are enemies once they find out you murdered their kin.
They won't figure that out.
um hmm. Well,
Hold on. Josh, how
Yep.
compelled is Dismas by hearing all their stories?
Um. Hmm.
What do I need to?
Roll a charisma saving throw.
He's changed sides. Our entire party just becomes anti-humans.
So you're not sold on the concept, but it seems pretty convincing right now.
do I need to roll charisma saving throw now?
Hold on 1 second. All right.
I'm gonna ask Dismas what they're doing.
Yeah. Okay. He'll say again. We're waiting for the messenger.
What are they doing right now, other than waiting?
Oh, we're sharing our life stories.
And on the topic of that, the story that's being shared right now is one of kobold who it's a pretty standard story about village got destroyed, except it includes a section on like
Nice.
not non-humans helping humans, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
And
I'm
so
gonna
like
listen very intently.
and so like they're all kind of nodding along, and the person who's been the couple who's been talking most is like, yes, 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 yes. We must be very careful because not all of the non-humans agree with us.
By the way,
And
could I roll perception to see if I recognize any of them?
sure.
Okay.
You do not recognize any of them.
Okay. So they weren't the ones I massacred. Got it.
I mean, because they're, dead.
Hey, a few escaped.
One escaped.
One's enough. One is more
And
than none.
I already established that you killed that one last session.
Oh, I don't remember much of last session.
Yeah, it's fine. Yes. So not like some of the non-humans are foolish. They do not see the humans' insidiousness, and they did bad things.
Assiduousness.
And so they need to be taken care of too. And there's again like yes, 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 yes.
Dismas is also gonna do the yes, 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 yes.
No, it's just each one saying yes. They're not like all saying yes repeatedly.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, but like he's gonna say yes as well.
So, to get rid of the humans, we must get rid of the humans' friends, so that they never come back. And again, there's another round of like yeses.
I'm gonna ask Dismas if I can tell them a story through him.
He'll ask the group, my water friend would like to tell a story through me. Would you guys like to hear it?
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay. Through the use of shape water to kind of like make some visuals and stuff.
I am gonna say though, we're gonna have to take this like one step at a time because whatever you're gonna say, I'm gonna choose how Dismas interprets it.
Okay. Well, as this is going on, she's going to use shape water to make visual aid. Best storytelling. Like, imagine a wizard creating a story in a fire or something like that, but it's water. And
What are you doing?
Akko's going to start by saying, I make...
By the way, I'd like to point out you can do simple shapes, right?
Oh, simple shapes can be like, I don't know, a circle for a head, a rectangle for a body.
Yes, no, you can do stuff like that, but what I'm saying here is like I think in the future I might say that a hand might be a little out of the question.
Well, I didn't actually mean a hand. I just meant like something to tap on.
No, that's fine, but I just do need to clarify that because if you want to do something like that, there's minor illusion and plenty of other spells like that.
Yeah. Prestidigitation would be good for a lot of this stuff, except the fact that it has a verbal component. Anyways, I guess the first section, I lived in house and made what's it called? Perfumes.
So growing up, I lived in a house. I made perfumes.
It was in Human Village. I was not very welcome.
It was in a terrible human village, and I wasn't welcome.
They burned house down, and I ran away.
Burned my house down, and I ran away.
The end.
And that's the end.
and like they don't know the co-hosts don't know who to look at, so they're like kind of like nodding and like various like towards the water, but they're also kind of nodding at Dismas at the same time. Like they don't know what to nod at, so
Amazing.
That's why I'm giving them a visual aid.
and it's around this point when Unda and Morbus, you two would both arrive.
I'd like to
at
say
the
I'm probably
edge.
not being very quiet. I'm probably like, come on, you're doing such a good job, like pretty loudly.
Oh shoot! What race are they? I forgot.
I will give you a hint. Unda might look human, but she is not.
Okay.
I completely forget if Morbus is human or not, but he looks human.
I'm trying to remember what. Yeah. Okay.
Still waiting
And
for the
Unda
day.
has for sure not revealed that she's not human to you. So
Yeah, that's right.
I'm still waiting for the day when we get we get a human pretending to be a non-human pretending to be human.
do you remember if no, wait till he gets back.
Alrighty, so what you hear is Unda talking to the dragon as her and Morbus approach.
Just probably doing a mix of common and primordial.
Dismas is gonna kind of realize that, like, hear him, and he's gonna say quickly, he's like, "We should go on the ship."
Hold on, there are humans coming. I hear them.
Aqua is going to shout in primordial, hide. But, since it's all, like, guttural sounds, to them it might sound like a war cry or something. And she's going to cast Shape Water to kind of, like, go in that direction and, I don't know, like, fizzle out. Like, go to the ground.
Is your water lady friend okay?
She gets scared easily.
Okay. Well, quickly, we can't leave. New person.
What?
They're all looking at you.
Yes. What?
Demas.
Yes.
You go take care of humans.
Okay. I'll stand up and I'll pull my sword out and I'll walk into the bushes and be like, just stay here, I'll take care of it.
They all nod.
I'll walk into the bushes and when I'm out of sight, try to find them.
Well, we have heard Aqua.
Yeah, you definitely would have heard Aqua.
Okay, so like Unda would quickly I don't know, move quickly or towards a hiding place.
Okay.
Aqua's going to follow Dismas, by the way.
And so the dragon just kind of it follows you for a couple steps and then something's off. It just stops.
Oh gosh. It's like, oh, and it goes back to, come on, Percy, come on, we gotta play hide and seek now.
It just looks on Tilt's head.
Do I hear
What?
her call it Percy?
Yes, you do.
You're going to hear date.
Percy, yes, sorry, I meant to. Now's not the time, come on. What did you say he was doing, the dragon?
Just standing there, looking at you.
She's gonna try and pick him up.
Is gonna slowly back up, still looking at you.
Percy, we're gonna play hide and seek now. Percy,
That's dangerous.
Come on. Is okay.
No, I mean telling it we're gonna play hide and seek. If it understood, that'd be very dangerous.
Yeah. She instead kind of like just sits down where she was. Try to see if he'll come to her lap, and she like pats her lap, like, come on.
It stops and kind of looks at you and tilts its head again.
She tilts her head back and pats her lap.
It's gonna kind of like slowly walk up to you.
Gets close enough to pet.
Like it's gonna kind of like lean its head forwards and kind of like smell you first before it does anything else,
And she
and then
kind
look
of
up
like,
at you.
yeah, lets it and pets it. Like it's still me.
And then it's just gonna start walking in a random direction.
Oh my god.
Do I see it?
Yeah, by this point, Dismas and Aqua, you can both see and the dragon. And Morbus, are you actually hiding?
Morbus isn't here.
I thought Morbus went.
Damien's not here at the moment.
Okay, we're gonna. Okay.
Hello.
Ah, perfect timing. So you, so you guys are just about to be at the Kobold camp, but you've been told to hide by Aqua, but the dragon's being an issue. Are you actually hiding right now?
I'm always hiding. At least
Okay.
my emotions. Aha. Haha.
After I get closer, I do say, never mind on the hiding part. Just don't come closer this way. In
What's going
Primordial.
on? And she's like getting up, trying to like get her due date, and she's like, "What did you do?" She looks at Dismas.
Dismas is going to. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. He's gonna kind of be standing there with his sword. He's gonna say, "You guys are human."
Sure.
By the way, Aqua's gonna try and sneak up behind Unda and startle her.
He's gonna say, "I don't want to hurt you, but I can't let you go any farther."
And where's Aqua? I heard her voice.
Oh, I don't know.
You, Aqua.
Do I need to roll stealth to do before mention trying to startle Unda?
No.
Yeah, she's pretty distracted right now.
Yeah, so I imagine I just like come up behind you and grab both of your shoulders.
She kind of jumps and like yelps and kind of like fury of blows behind her.
By the way, I would have also said boo. Oh. Oh.
I said fury of blows behind her.
Oh. Okay.
The first hits. I think the second doesn't because of invisibility, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, invisibility would be at disadvantage. So I guess you roll to hit, or you hit roll damage.
Wait, 2 other as a bonus action. Oh, okay, so this doesn't cast a key. Sorry. Just for one of them or both? Just the first one, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Ow!
Oh my Poseidon! Seriously, Aqua, don't scare me like that. I'm always armed with these guns.
Pow! Pow!
Smacks her in the face again accidentally.
I needed you to make a realistic scream so that they'd think Dismas killed the humans.
Oh.
You've kind of ruined that with all the other screaming.
Yeah. now we have a scream and an owl, and I can make another scream noise. But while you're like that, could you please grab Percy Date? He's being stubborn.
Would I know that some? Okay. Do I need to roll something to know whether or not a bronze dragon would have true sight?
So, yeah, roll Arcana.
You roll Arcana, DM. That's right. We're taking over this campaign now. You're the player now. We're all the DMs.
Really, that was
So-
him buying time to Google it.
No, I needed time to open the sheet that I have for the dragon.
Ooh.
So it, so you remember hearing something about dragons having the ability to see through invisibility, but you don't know if that's specific to certain kinds of dragons or what kinds of dragons those would be. So you know that some dragons can, but you're not sure which.
So safe assumption, all of them can.
And it's also at this moment when the dragon jumps at you.
At me?
Yes.
Okay. What type of jump? Are we talking like going for the jugular or just chest?
Well, okay.
or-
It looks like that's what it was intended to be. In fact, it more like kind of like jumps onto your leg.
Okay.
Like it looks like the intent was like go for the throat. The what actually happens is it like latches onto your leg and bites you.
Ow.
You take 1 damage.
And gain stats effect rabies.
Unda quickly leans down and tries to pull him off. It's okay, Percy Date. It's just
it digs its claws in.
it's just Aqua. It's Aqua. You're gonna have to change back.
Quick question. Since I'm technically carrying him, would he be invisible too?
He just disappears. Unda has a heart attack.
You know what? And this sure, yeah, I'll allow it.
So instead of going to grab him, Unda turns around and is just like, "Where'd he go? Aqua, please tell me he's still on you, or you've got him."
Aqua responds at pain. Yep, he's got me.
Oh, such a protector. Morbus, are you seeing this?
Yes, are you seeing the
looks
now
at-
invisible dragon?
I can
Look
see.
At, Unda, and then around and back at Unda.
Noah, what was the name of your other character that died?
Lupus.
Wouldn't Lupus love this?
Now Morbus gets even more quiet than he is, which is kind of impossible. And kind of hides in his cloak in a way, Looks guilty.
Anyway, back to the matter at hand. Why can't we go over there? Dismiss, what's going on? Did you start a fire?
No, I'm making friends.
With who? Isn't that the camp where you killed a bunch of, the lizard things?
Only because they attacked us first. But these ones are nice.
What now?
These
You've
ones
made
are nice.
friends with more of them. She kind of looks in the direction of where she thinks Aqua is.
There we go. Is this working now? Oh, loud. Sorry. Well, wait. What did Unda ask?
She said she looks in the. Unda kind of is like, what now? And she kind of looks in the direction of Aqua. Like, is this true?
They want to kill all humans. Ah!
Why?
Well, because they've been wronged. Humans have done some really bad things to them.
They're not wrong.
We
It
should
kinda-
kill them now.
It's kind of compelling.
I mean, she kind of looks over at Morbus, like, so you're just gonna, like, join their posse now? Or not posse. You're just gonna join their group now?
Cult. Call it what it is. They're
Cole?
cult.
I mean,
I don't know, but I want to hear more. Apparently, a messenger is coming. And
messenger?
yeah, and then we're going to a secret meeting. And I kind of want to attend the secret meeting before I make a choice.
This. So they plan to do what about humans?
Take care of them.
Kill.
All?
No. Yeah, they want to take care of all the humans.
She kind of looks over at Morbus. I don't know what.
Meanwhile, do I have any success at trying to calm the dragon biting me?
It's not biting you anymore, but it's definitively holding on and not letting go anytime soon.
Okay. Well, do I manage to calm it down any? Like signs of friendship or something?
Roll just a general charisma check for that.
Not animal handling?
Yeah, actually, no, yeah, animal handling. Yeah, it's still holding on though.
Okay, I'm gonna pet it once it's calmed down.
Has it, like, realized it's her again? Like, figured out her smell?
I mean, it's just it's good now.
I smell like
yeah.
the ocean. Not much of a smell to recognize.
Damien, message.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to fill stuff out while also doing that.
Yeah, I had to ask Damien the question real quick before I said anything else.
Sorry if there is any spelling mistakes in there.
That's fine. Okay, so she kind of, like, looked back at Morbus, and then I am kind of curious to hear their plan as well. I mean, as I can understand where they're coming from, I am a bit concerned if, they want to kill innocent humans, like, children and stuff, or enslave them, or, I mean, I can totally understand taking down some of the human powers, because there are some really bad humans out there, and she's kind of talking in a way like she's not human. Maybe you'll pick up on that. I don't know.
Insight?
Or this kind.
I'm asking, should we roll insight?
Yeah, sure.
And what did you say, Damien?
Corpus is going to chime in and go. Perhaps we should listen to their complaints and try to come to a mutual agreement and keep this as peaceful as possible.
Yeah, and Morbus can be, I can't see the rules. Aqua's probably picked up on, Unda's, is talking like she's not human. Dismiss now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aqua's gonna kind of pitch in. I say we let Dismiss attend the meeting, find out what they're gonna say, and we can decide what to do from there on.
I mean, can we trust him alone? I mean, he kind of left during the watch. Maybe we should join in. Or at least you join in as well.
I'm kind of attached at the leg. Literally.
If you, I'll gladly take him if you could just, waddle, come closer to me and help me figure out where you are.
I put my leg kind of near her, and kind of like, you know how sometimes if you get like a bug on your hand, you try and lure it to go on to something other than your hand, except with a dragon.
Instead of a hand, a leg.
Yeah. So does date?
Josh there?
Yep.
Does
Uh,
do I succeed in getting date to cling on to Unda instead?
the dragon seems very happy where it is right now.
But I'm wet. Does it like being wet? That's possible. It is a coastal dragon. And tried to plop into the water. But I don't smell like fish.
Unda's gonna. She doesn't have fish on her. She's gonna try and grab him. Like, feel around for Aqua's leg and hit in the dragon and try to.
Okay, so eventually you run into the dragon, and so you can try to like grab him off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what she's trying to do.
Yeah, you need me to roll?
athletics. Yeah. Alrighty. You do manage to pull him off. He does claw again. So that's gonna hurt Aqua.
Ow.
Because it's basically, you're just taking the claws and then dragging them across the leg as the dragon gets pulled off.
Yeah. I would just like to point out all the abuse I've taken from both Unda and the dragon would have killed a normal person.
Sorry, Aqua. I'll bandage you up when we get back to the boat later.
I don't actually know what color a water genasi's blood would be. For all I know, it might just be water. But whatever it is, I'd imagine it's on the claws of the dragon. Like, you don't actually see the wound, you just see bloodied claws.
If Unda stops being invisible, I could do a cure wounds on her, but
Aqua.
Aqua.
Oh, sorry, Aqua. If Aqua be invisible.
Or, I mean, Morbus can patch you up. He's good at that.
I'm gonna go over to Morbus and kind of like put a hand on his shoulder. Think you could patch me up?
He nods and does a cure wounds. Hopefully.
I'm keeping my hand attached so that you know where I am.
Just as long as it's not a target you can see, it should be fine.
I think
10
might
healing.
be touching. Ow, 10?
Mm-hmm. It's let's see, 1d8 plus 3. So.
Ow.
Wow, I'm back up to full health then. Okay, how long have I been invisible, by the way?
By this point, it probably would have been about 30 minutes.
Okay. I'm gonna. Are there any like berries or anything that make kind of like a red that looks like blood?
Roll nature.
One thing I wanted to take proficiency in, but I couldn't.
So there are a couple like berry bushes that you find that raspberries.
I'm gonna gather a few and then hand them to Dismas and say, kind of squish these on the end of your blade so it looks like you stabbed someone.
Oh, good idea. I'll do that.
When I say hand to him, I mean like I'll take one of his hands and kind of dump them into his hand. And then say, we should go back. And you guys should too.
I kind of want to go too, man. I mean,
Think of the baby.
right. Right. We got him originally from kobolds. They probably worship him or something, wouldn't they?
I'll be honest, my first thought when I realized you guys were coming towards us was I take the dragon from you guys and just kind of carry it around. It'll make it look like the baby dragon's flying in a weird way. but then, but then there's also the dilemma, would it go invisible as well? Anyways.
Kind of like slowly like walk back.
So,
Well, why don't we make camp like near? Well, camp. I put in quotations, but like near enough in case I do need help.
Not a bad idea. Can Morbus say it?
No, he can't say that many words. He's already said too many in this session. Unless you guys want to pay him more.
Would I be able to cast prestidigitation to kind of like make a screaming sound to make it sound like there's more killing?
I could just scream for you if you wanted.
At this point, you were already walking away. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. And then, go back with Dismas.
I will say she won't walk all the way back. She'll just kind of walk away a bit, and then kind of like to look to Morbus, kind of like, can we trust them? Should we stay nearby? Like,
Morbus starts collecting leaves and stuff for camouflage.
By the way, are you still holding the dragon?
Yeah.
Okay, it's gonna start squirming.
Once she's further enough away and knows it's not, she's gonna slowly put it down and not like totally take her hands off yet to make sure he's not gonna like run off after or go after Aqua.
Okay, it just starts walking towards a tree.
She follows it. She lets him.
Alrighty. It gets to the tree and starts to like climb up the tree.
Oh no! Then she tries to grab it and stop it. Like, no.
It's gonna do the squirmy thing again. And so you guys are doing that. So Dismas and Aqua, you are returning to the kobold camp.
Yep. His sword looks bloodied from the berries and stuff.
Alrighty. And so they all look up to him and do Dismas and like, did you kill him? Did you kill him? Did you kill him?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Aqua's going to cast Shape Water again, make like the figure, like two people with like circles and rectangles and stuff, and then make like one of the heads of one of them pop off.
Yeah. Humans dead.
I love how
there
they're
were
not
no humans to begin with.
No, there's Morbus. I think. I just love how they're not questioning this water stuff. They're just like, okay.
And so, as this is happening, I'd like both of you to roll perception.
keep almost
you
clicking.
notice a little off thing about the water.
No.
As it gets closer and manifests into a vaguely humanoid form.
Can't.
This is the water that they flipped off.
It could be any water elemental. I mean, can I roll Arcana to see if I know if water thingies have true sight?
Yeah, roll Arcana.
Mm.
So, not with a 10, you don't know.
Okay. I'm just going to keep an eye on it and see if it notices me.
Dismas is gonna let the kobold approach it. He's gonna kind of stand in the back.
And so the figure walks up to the leader kobold goes up, walks up to the water, and the water hands it a piece of paper, completely dry piece of paper.
Absurd. Water
And
is wet.
But is it though?
No, I just had to make the joke. I'm sorry.
and then looks to and then turns and looks directly at Dismas.
Dismas is just gonna smile and wave at it and look as friendly as possible.
Can I try and like walk to a point where I could see it without getting within 5 feet of the, like, so I could try and read the paper without getting in within 5 feet of the water
Sure.
elemental?
Yeah. It's blank.
Blank. I see.
And so then the water is going to walk towards Dismas.
I'm gonna go over and whisper into his ear. The paper was blank.
Alright, as it approaches me, I'm gonna start walking around and avoiding it, but still talking with the kobold very in a friendly tone.
The water starts to walk faster.
I'm gonna say to the water, hey, I know differences, but I've had a change of heart.
What language?
so-
Sorry.
All of them.
All of them.
All the languages.
I'll just say it in.
Do you know how long it takes for like airplane announcements to be done in just 2 languages?
In like 2 sentences.
Yeah.
I'll just do.
And so the lead kobold's gonna be like, oh, don't worry, the thing likes to check out the new people. It's weird. We don't talk to it. It doesn't talk to us. It just looks at us. It's very creepy.
Alright, then I'll stop and just kind of look at it and be like, hi.
It's gonna get right up in your face.
Okay.
Like there's maybe like 3 inches between you and it.
Yeah.
Lick it. Just slurp fresh water.
I'll just kind of
I
whisper and
am
comment.
parched.
I'll just kind of whisper and comment to it like, I know we've had our differences, but I've had a change of heart. I am sorry.
It looks at it just stands there looking for like a solid minute.
Okay.
And then it looks down towards your sword.
Mm-hmm.
and reaches out to grab it.
I'm gonna take a step back and say I might need that.
It takes another step forward and reaches for the sword again.
Maybe explain who gave it to you?
Okay. I'm gonna keep taking like steps so it doesn't get it, and then try to like motion Aqua nearby. Since I saw the dragon disappear. No, okay. This is say. I'll say, hold on. I know what you're trying to do, but I can make the sword disappear, and I'll kind of say that and like try to motion somehow for Aqua to come and grab the sword.
I'm gonna be trying to stay close to him during this whole time, by the
Yeah.
way. And when he kind of motions wait, what language are you saying that in?
I'm saying it in common.
Okay, yeah. When he says that, I'm going to try and take it.
So you don't have too much difficulty taking the sword, and obviously the sword disappears. And at that, the water stops.
And then I'll just kind of hold out my hand for like an upward palm, just like, you trust me, to the water.
And the water immediately turns around, goes to the lead kobold, who's still holding the paper, and takes the paper.
Okay.
And then goes back into the water.
All right.
And they're all the kobolds are now looking at you.
I'll say in Draconic, it was trying to steal my sword.
You made it mad.
I'm sorry. I'm just the new guy.
I'm trying my best, guys.
I'm sorry, I didn't go to water elemental studies groups.
Nobody told me there was an orientation.
I want to suggest maybe explain where you got the sword and what it's for.
And now we have to wait another day. Because you made it mad.
Okay.
So it's the messenger. By the way, I'm gonna put the sword back.
Okay. Thanks. I was about to say.
It's off.
And so the kobolds are now like they put out the fire and they're like packing everything up.
Okay. Are they like getting on the ship, or?
They look like they're heading onto the ship.
I'm gonna ask them. Are you guys leaving?
No, we do this again tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
We do this again tomorrow as well.
Do you want me to stay with you, or should I go back to where I'm living?
No, you go back. Think about what you
Oh.
did.
Okay.
Grounded.
We are disappointed.
I just imagine one of them saying "bad dismas," or like mispronouncing it horribly.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Dismyip.
Would one of you like to come with me?
No.
They all shake their head.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Shape Water and make a hand wave to them.
They wave at the water.
D-Smith is also gonna wave at.
And when I say hand, I mean like rectangles or something vaguely in the shape of a hand, because detailed.
Yes.
Details. Right.
A stop sign hand or whatever.
D-Smith
hand. There we go.
Sadly walk back to the ship.
Aqua's going to try and reach his shoulder, fail, and just kind of like put her hand on his back. It's okay. We'll do better tomorrow.
Alrighty. So you guys start heading back. It doesn't take you very long before you run into the little makeshift camp that Unda and Morbus were putting together.
This is very disappointed he did not get to use his leaves and stick for camouflage.
Can I ask that they roll for survival to see how well a camp they made?
Sure, yeah. Roll for survival, Morbus.
Yeah, Unda's gonna not be able to help.
Try.
He's busy making sure the dragon doesn't climb up a tree.
Okay, it's actually a pretty good camp overall, given the amount of time that was spent. It's actually pretty good.
Looks nice. Aqua will say without having made any indication she was there in the first place.
Is Percy Date tired out by now and sleeping, or am I still trying to chase him?
So it tries the tree thing a few more times. Getting anywhere, it curls up and goes to sleep.
Okay.
And so it would be sleeping right now.
Just a
Okay,
warning,
she
that
was
could be
probably
it
sitting
trying to
down
learn
now,
how to
so-
fly.
Yeah, and I'm not ready for baby to leave the nest yet.
I mean, it's not our pet. We need to be ready for it to, accept us as a member of the crew or something. We need to accept it as a member of the crew or something. Let it learn. Because dragons are intelligent. They're not like dogs or cats.
Yeah, I'm letting animal handling right now, but it's not going to be animal handling for very long.
I was
Yeah.
assuming that would be the case.
Which you haven't had me roll for at all. Which I've been kind of thankful, because I'm sure the dice would screw me over.
You probably still smell like fish. Just
Yeah.
automatic success.
Yeah, no, the fish is definitely helping right now too. All right. So you guys try to head back.
Unless Morbus wants to convince us to use the camp he spent so much work making.
I'm gonna sleep in the camp. I do not like the boat.
But we need 4 people to keep a good watch on the boat.
I mean, Date doesn't really like the boat that much either. It's gonna be tough to get him back in. Then again, it'd be less, it's more confined. So
I don't even know what that emoji is.
It's a mango, but
Ah.
that was the closest thing to a date I could find.
if possible, actually, she's gonna be yeah. I mean, it's better on the boat, but I totally understand if Morbus wants to stay out here. I mean, you can keep watch, right, Morbus? And I know you need some time to yourself.
The ocean is not welcoming.
Kind of hurts a little.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm right now debating whether or not to make a fake Discord account, give it player access, and have its name be valid voter, and have it vote for Date. But it sounds like a lot of work, so I'm just gonna say it instead.
Also, I like how that went into important info.
It's important.
It is very important, Josh.
Child. You take care of him. He needs a name. It's extremely important.
Dismiss, what are you feeling? Do you want to go back to the boat or stay?
I don't care. I'm sad.
Oh, okay. Well, let's head back. Could we just hang out here for a little bit longer, and then we can go back to the boat? I mean, I don't really want to try and move him right now.
Okay.
Have you ever
And
had?
let's just chat a bit. You okay, Dismiss?
I'm fine.
What happened?
Where's the nearest tree?
Would you like to talk about
Very
it?
close.
I'll just take one of my hand axes and just like wedge it into the tree. So like the axe just like stays in the tree when I take my hand off of it.
Okay. Dragon's gonna pop its head up and look like, what did I miss?
Aqua's gonna make a sound like she was surprised. It's doesn't even if she wasn't near where he swung that axe, and she's gonna say, "Watch where you swing stuff."
And then Dismas just gonna sit down and be like, I have trouble making.
Dang it! I was hoping that joke would help.
You're with fun. And she kind of like, why don't you try petting Percy Date? Which, by the way, we need help on the name deciding.
It's Date.
You said you don't trust me with him.
I mean, like alone with him. And it was for good reason. You did leave during watch, and he's been a handful.
Do we have any drinking water with us, by the way?
Not
I guess I
that
do
we
have a
need.
water skin.
You?
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
We could just drink you.
Take 10 damage.
I am not made of water. I may always be wet. I'm probably mostly made of water, but I am not fully water.
We'll drink her tears. Sweat.
I'd make a fairy tale reference, but I'm not sure anyone here would get it.
Try me.
A lot of the main characters that use a certain type of magic can also eat that magic if someone else uses it, or even just like if they find it in a world. So fire wizard can eat fire from torches and stuff. But whenever someone makes a comment about eating their own fire, or their own element, like their own magic, they are always like disgusted by it. And at some point, they make a comment like, "Don't say that to the wind girl." As in, basically, that's the one that most people would understand. You wouldn't eat your own farts or something, would you? Or your own sweat or whatever. It's like that to them.
Oh, I see.
So I was going to make a joke like that, but anyway. I'm going to cast shape water, kind of make it form a globe or circle, whatever, in the air nearby Dismas, and then cast it again to freeze it. Yeah, freeze it, and then I'm gonna kind of like smash a bit of the top to make it kind of like shaved ice, and then hand it back to him. Well, hand it to Dismas. You ever had shaved or crushed ice before? Very satisfying.
I'll take it and just like
if you add some fruit to it, fruit juice, that'd be so good.
destroy it in my
wine?
mouth. Just absolutely just.
The whole bowl made of ice too. Well, the bottom part that's holding the crushed part. Or
just like just the entire ball, just straight into the mouth.
Oh my.
Brain freeze?
Roll Constitution.
Alrighty, so you guys are staying there, or?
Yeah.
For a bit.
Alrighty.
Aqua's gonna say, well, even if you guys are gonna stay here, I'm gonna go back to the ship. I don't like leaving it alone. What if the kobolds see it because they're sailing away for who knows how long? I think. And then she's gonna go back to the ship.
Alrighty, so for the people who are at the camp, could I get you to roll perception, please?
Oh boy.
course, I'm dodging combat like tomorrow. It's like I always miss combat in this campaign. Or, I die at the beginning of it,
Okay.
Which are we going to be finishing up soon? It is 9:30.
Yeah, no, that's the plan. Which is fine because none of you see it. So,
Oh,
Concerned.
a few hours pass. Nothing really happened.
If
Don't worry
Date
about
has
perception
vanished,
roll.
someone would have noticed.
Yeah, no, it's not to do with the dragon.
Okay, just making sure.
It does not have to do with the dragon. The dragon is sleeping for the first couple of hours, and then wakes up, and then tries to do the tree thing again. Okay, so I assume Unda is dealing with that.
yeah. Yeah. Maybe even letting him climb a bit and then, like, taking him down.
And so, and there's gonna be about 30 minutes of that before the dragon is done with that, and is just looking at you.
Teach it to
Kinda-
talk.
She kind of, like, tries to make a toy out of, like, a stick and a leaf and kind of, like, waves it around near Dismas, trying to get, like, him to play with Dismas.
The dragon's just watching the stick, like just watching you wave around the stick.
When will Unda learn it's not a pet? It's like a baby. A very, very fast learning baby.
Yeah.
Gotta
Kinda,
get
like,
keys.
gives up on that, and she's like, "Hey,
And so now,
Dismas." What?
it's gonna like look at you and then look at the ground and look at you and look at the ground and look at you.
Picks the stick back up. See if he looks at the stick then. Where in the ground is he looking at?
It's
Like
just
right
right in front of him.
kind of like digs at the dirt where he's looking.
Just looking at the ground and then looking at you.
What is it, buddy? You wanna dig? Are you hungry? She like grabs a fish. I'm sure they went fishing at one point.
Would you have though? Like, did you? I thought you said earlier you didn't have a fish on you.
Well, not me. I'm saying like would Morbus or Dismas have gone and gotten food at one point?
I still have that half uncooked fish that they gave me.
That is true. Still have that.
I'll hold it out to the dragon.
Alrighty. It starts eating it.
Okay, cool. See, great job, Dismas.
And so it consumes that and goes back to sleep again. And so it's starting to get dark out.
I'm gonna hunt.
Okay. You're gonna go hunting. The sun is starting to set. So if I could get a survival roll for the hunting. So if you guys are gonna head back to the boat, now would be the time to do it.
Yeah.
I'll start going.
She tries to pick up Percy Date and bring him, carry him. Stealth.
You were saying I should have done animal handling. So roll animal handling.
Oh no!
I'll
it's
help.
the same.
Alrighty. Yeah. So you wake up. You wake up the dragon, and it's not happy about being held.
She kind of like puts him back down and kind of does like the walking backwards, tapping legs. Like, come on, we're going back to the ship. We're gonna go eat.
Dismas is just gonna pick him up and start walking.
Okay. Alrighty. So first off, so Morbus, in your camp, you managed to you managed to find a few rabbits, and another deer. So you killed 3 rabbits and a deer in your hunting.
I
So,
shall prepare food for everyone.
alright.
And bring it to the ship, though?
Yeah,
Okay.
prepare it like at the beach or something. I don't know.
Alrighty. And so Dismas, you're carrying so roll me animal handling for this.
I'll help.
I don't think you can help someone carrying, like,
I mean, like, shish popping, and
okay,
it
I
doesn't
guess.
matter.
But it's not gonna make a difference either way.
But it could.
So the dragon is
Eight.
like cool with it for like the first 5 minutes.
When
And
it
then it
starts
kinda starts
to
squirming.
become unsettled, I'll just very quietly just kind of whisper to it in Draconic, just like reassurance, and try to call.
Would it be a hiss or just a shh?
No, just like it's okay. I got you. You're safe with stuff like that.
I'm just imagining like the draconic version of that would still kind of be a.
Probably.
And so it's still squirming.
I'm walking on with him.
Okay. It's gonna bite you.
It can try.
And you take 2 points of damage.
Dang it, hit.
Is he wearing
Okay.
armor?
Yeah, I'm wearing armor.
I mean, even lower tier dragons have a pretty good chance to hit.
Well, it's more of a would he pierce the armor?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
What did he
Okay.
roll? He rolled. Dang, he beat 17. Okay.
He has a +5 to attack.
Oh,
Okay. He's what?
Mommy's little killing machine.
So, do you let him down?
No, I'm
He's
still
gonna bite
walking
you
with him.
again.
Okay, that's fine.
Come on. We have to get back.
All right, this one doesn't penetrate the armor. Kind of like bites onto you like your arm guard.
Okay. I'm gonna keep walking.
Do I see them at this point?
Roll perception. You can hear them.
Is it like an ouch from Dismas?
It's a combination of that and just, Unda generally talking to the dragon and to Dismas and generally being loud.
I'm gonna wait for them to come into sight.
Okay. That takes another minute or so. You see them walking into view. You're going to take another bite attack, Dismas.
Okay.
Ooh.
That does not sound
Crit.
good.
It just crit.
It just
Is that-
crit.
Was it net 20?
So you take 12 damage.
What? No! Are you actually rolling damage dice?
Yeah.
So every time so far we've just been lucky and it's landed on a 2?
No, I've been toning it down.
Oh.
It got to the jugular.
I'm still
Just to clarify
walking.
that, this is actually still technically toned down.
seeing that he's now probably more bleeding and stuff, she kind of tries to take Percy back. She's like, okay, that's enough, you two. I mean, like, seriously, he can walk the rest of the way.
I'm
He
really
obviously doesn't like being carried.
I'm really curious. Is Dismas acting like tough guy? Like, nah, I'm good. As blood seeps down.
He honestly just doesn't care. He's
Giving the stern dad approach.
Dismas is kind of depressed.
So the dragon's just gonna kind of walk along, kind of happily.
Once they're in sight and I see that it's on its walking on its own, I'm gonna call over. Hey, date, do you want to play a game?
Just hearing the name that starts with a D, Dismas is gonna respond, "Not right now."
Aqua's not gonna try correcting him or trying to see if the dragon is paying any attention.
It looks at you.
I'm gonna kind of like wave to it. At this point, I'm guessing I'm no longer invisible, by the way.
Yeah, no, you're no longer invisible. And so it's still looking at you.
I'm gonna take out a fish and kind of show it to him.
It's now walking directly towards you.
I've been calling him Percy Date, and here you are calling him just Date.
I mean, we haven't decided on a name yet, so I'm calling him my favorite. Anyways,
I've been calling him my favorite. You've been calling him Date.
What was that?
I said you weren't calling him your favorite. You've been calling him Date.
I was tempted to pronounce it Date, but that wouldn't really make sense.
Dante would be a good name.
No, I said Date, not Dante.
Yeah. I know, but Dante would be a good one, but I think that's a bit further in the future.
I do like the idea of Aqua just being someone that names everything poorly or based on a pun, and won't accept anyone else saying otherwise. Anyways, Aqua's going to try and teach Date tic-tac-toe in the sand. And anytime that Date wins, Aqua will give him some fish.
So for the first it takes a while for the concept to really sink in, because for like the first couple of tries, the dragon's just sitting there looking at you, watching you do all of this, and then just looking at you by the time you're done.
Yeah.
Ooh, actually, Undo's gonna try and help out by like playing with her the first few times as well.
Okay.
By the way, I'm also going to be talking to it and kind of like pointing to things as I do so, trying to teach it things while we play.
Okay. Both of you roll intelligence.
It rolls higher than us.
Intelligence saving or just intelligence?
No, just intelligence.
So,
So Aqua wins the first game, and you said you're going to do 2 before you let the dragon play.
And I'll give Unda a bit of fish whenever she wins too. If she wins.
She acts excited. Yeah, they have like the fish out in the middle, so you have to act excited when you get the piece of fish and win.
After the first game, the dragon's going to try and go to the fish. After you just go to the fish and try to eat from the fish.
Aqua's going to pick it up and like do a no finger wag. And then kind of like motion to watch.
It's gonna sit down.
and look at you.
Since
Gave him a
Aqua
cheese.
won, she's going to take a small bit of the fish, which I'm assuming has already been cooked or something, and eat
Yeah, I'm
it.
assuming this is cooked fish as well.
Yeah, she's just gonna take a bit and eat it after she wins, and then we play again.
Alrighty, roll me another intelligence check.
Ooh.
Alrighty, yeah. So Aqua, it seems like you fall to the.
I lose the third round.
For the second.
No, third, because that's the soonest you can lose. Like, you just
Oh,
make
I
a
see,
straight
I see.
line, I just don't even acknowledge there's a line.
I see what you mean by yeah, okay. Unda takes a piece of chicken and fish and chicken and eats it happily, like, oh yay!
Don't you know, chicken of the sea brand tuna? And then I'll kind of like motion for Date to play.
So alrighty, so hold on. So so the dragon seems to understand the concept of what you want it to do. So you're gonna have to be X's. So go ahead and roll intelligence.
Okay. This game really wants me to fail.
Surprisingly enough, the dragon seems to get the concept pretty well, and it won.
Great. I give it
Live.
some of the fish.
I'm
Alright,
gonna
It's
try
distracted
play.
eating the fish now.
Oh, darn.
So once it's done with the fish, it just kind of curls up and goes to sleep.
Hey, I'd say
Unda
that's a
kinda-
win.
Yeah, Unda kind of looks over at Aqua and kind of like, that was so smart. Oh my gosh. Kind of like holds up a high five, like, oh my gosh, she's so smart.
Aqua's going to do a mock high five, but not actually high five, because that would be rude and wake up
Oh, yeah.
Date.
Yeah.
Like motion for it, but not actually do it.
Yeah.
And then kind of like does a shh.
Unda nods. And are they on the boat or on the beach next to the boat?
On the beach, because they were playing in the sand.
Right.
That way it was easy, and it wouldn't have to also learn how to pick up a pencil or pen or whatever. Whatever they had back then. Probably a tablet and like a clay tablet.
Alrighty. So with that, I assume we can call it a long rest then?
Yep,
Yeah.
I guess so.
Alright. Okay, so, let's see here. Experience.
What level is everyone at?
4.
42.
If 4.
So I'm thinking 800 for the session. And Unda, you'll get 1,000 as a like catch-up thing. Since
Okay,
you're pretty
thank
far
you.
behind.
Yay, level 4.
This has been fun.
I think that's the only catch-up you'll need, though, most likely.
Yeah.
But...